Our Champions League journey continues today with matches against Juventus. If you are new to this series, this is our FM22 Journeyman. We're attempting to go from non-league football to the Champions League, and we are currently here with our fourth club, Hertha Berlin, where we are into the quarter-finals of our Champions League journey. It's the first time we've actually been in the Champions League with Hertha Berlin, and we are doing quite well. Since the last episode, we've had two more matches, one against Union Berlin, which we won 3-2 through 2 goals from Lorenzo Luca and an own goal, and then we had a match against FC Köln. It was only 3 days ago, so we played a slightly rotated side, and it did end up costing us as we lost 1-0. Today's episode though, our entire focus is going to be the two legs against Juventus and whether or not we can see ourselves through to a semi-final tie. Obviously the whole point of this series is to win the Champions League. I don't feel like that's happening this season, if I'm honest, but we are going to give it a really good go. We are at home for the first time. Our lineup today is going to look like this. We've got Simon in goal, a back four of Castillo, Mancini, Lacroix and Funk. In midfield we have Freeman, Neuhaus and Traore. We've got Cravarat and Techahoa on the rings with Luca up front today. As we can see, we haven't really got a lot of options other than that. We've got a couple of suspensions and a couple of injuries as well. Bedino, Valdez and Pep Ramos all unavailable for this match. And Funk looking a bit tired already. Because we are at home, we are going to remain on attack for this first leg against Juventus. We're going to kind of judge how that one goes. I don't know if this is the right thing to be doing or not, but we're going to do it anyway and hope for the best, really. Having a look at this Juventus side, though, they've got Holzek over on the left. They've got Chiesa over on the right. Pedri's in there. Hannibal's in there. It kind of flashed up again to give us a second look. That was a little bit strange. But they've got a potentially quite scary team, really. And like Jenny Ramsdale in goal, Delict obviously in that centre-back role as well, still at the club even this far into the save. I genuinely don't know what to expect here, apart from a very difficult game. I don't think a team like Juventus are going to make this easy for us. We're beginning to be against the bigger teams that maybe we're a little bit out of our depth. We know we struggle against the likes of Bayern Munich in the league, and it doesn't look like it's going to be any different against Juventus. And it is a 1-0 to Juventus already inside 3 minutes of this tie. We've barely touched the ball so far, if at all. I mean, we had a touch there as we tackled it. But yeah, that's really sloppy defending, to be honest. We should have done a lot better with that cross. I feel like Simon could have done a lot better with that save as well. And we are already on the back foot. This could end up being a little bit of a mauling if we're not careful. We do want to be avoiding that. We have got a corner here, though. Traore to take. It's into Lacroix. Lacroix has pulled one back for us off of that corner. It's 1-1 now. Lacroix with a little roly-poly there in celebration. It's a pretty rubbish celebration, if we're honest. But we don't mind because we have pulled this one back. That is a really good corner. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of those this season, and more than a few have gone in. And now it is back to level terms. But having a quick look-see at this, we are giving up a lot of possession. I do wonder, let's drop to just a positive mentality. I think, I don't want to go cautious because I want to be given some sort of attacking threat, but maybe all-out attack against a team like Juventus, probably asking a little bit much. Techahoa here, regaining possession and now bringing the ball forward. It's played into Lorenzo Luca. He's through on goal. He's scored. And it's 2-1 to Hertha Berlin inside the first 20 minutes. That was a lovely bit of play to go past that last defender. And Lorenzo Luca is in fantastic goal scoring form, as we know. Techahoa there, skinning a couple of players. Plays in Luca, dodges a tackle from Delict, which is brilliant in itself, and has now put us ahead in this tie. As I was mentioning, we're dropping to positive purely because I don't want to give up too much possession and give Juventus too much time on the ball and too many opportunities for a counter-attack. Oh my goodness, we are now 3-1 up. Mancini scoring one at the far post with a corner from the opposite side of the pitch this time. Neuhaus the one taking that one. Lorenzo Luca the man nodding it down to the opposite post to Mancini, and possibly wrong footing Ramsdale there in goal. And all of a sudden this tie has been completely turned on its head. I mean, now what we really need to do is not concede loads and loads of goals. Will that happen? Who knows? Not sure. Funk here has regained possession once again. Showed him a little bit too much of the ball there, and he's just run past the defender as well. Played into Techahoa over on the byline. Back to Funk in the box. It's all the way out to Freeman. Techahoa again. It's nodded down, but it's gone over the bar. I thought he was nodding that down to the far post for someone to tap home, but instead he's gone for glory himself, and it hasn't quite pulled it off. But we are actually looking pretty solid in this tie at the moment. Obviously this is the home leg, so I don't know if the away leg will go exactly the same as this, but I'm feeling quietly confident at the moment. Maybe we can pull this off. It's going to be hilarious when we meet Bayern Munich in the final, isn't it, and then lose again, because we just love losing a match against Bayern Munich. We haven't managed to get through to the 70th minute here. Lacroix's just got a yellow card. We've got a couple of tired legs on the pitch here. Funk is one of them, but there's not a lot I can do about that because I don't actually have another right back at the moment. Valdez is our backup right back, and he is injured. Castillo can come off on the opposite side though. Michaelenko can come on, and Cavarat isn't looking exactly fantastic there, so we'll bring on Schubert on that side, give Cavarat a bit of a rest, and also maybe bring on someone who can make a little bit more out of his time on the pitch, with Cavarat on a 6.3 I think it was there as he came off. Pedri taking this free kick for Juventus. It's been played forward outside of the box, and they have had a shot, but nothing coming of that one. We can make a final substitution here, which we're going to make now with 5 minutes to go. And that substitution, I think, can be Diallo coming on for Freeman there in that defensive midfielder slot. And now the game is just, we need to see out the rest of this match. It's a goal kick for us. It's played very long up to Lorenzo Luca, who has managed to nod it down, and Schubert has managed to latch onto that one. It's played into Techahoa. Techahoa nodding that one home. We are 4-1 up against Juventus. This is beginning to feel a lot like the match against Nice. We went 4-1 up in the first leg in that one, and if you watched last episode, you know exactly how that went against Nice. It was a troublesome second leg, to say the least. Techahoa there nodding that one down. Ball into the back of the net, and it is all come up Hertha Berlin after that early scare. With the early Juventus goal, we've settled down and taken full control of this tie. They have got an opportunity here to get one back, but it's a good save from Unai Simon, and the defenders are now going to bring that one out. Michaelenko bringing the ball forward now. We have played all the additional minutes. The referees checked this match. The match now finished. It's been a fantastic performance there by the team. 4-1 on the night. We can see Bayern Munich are losing 4-2 to Manchester United as well. Manchester United in this universe that contains Kylian Mbappe as well, which is a scary prospect. We could go on to face them potentially. It very much depends what happens in the second leg of this tie as well. Because although we are winning 4-1, we have now got to travel to Italy for this second leg. We've got a match against Schalke in between this. I think it is against Schalke, isn't it? Yeah, a match against Schalke in between this on the Saturday, with Juventus then on the Sunday. We're going to have to rotate a little bit for that match against Schalke, but we are going to bypass that one and get straight over for that second leg against Juventus now. Okay, Schalke seen off with a 2-1 win. We are back for the second leg in the Champions League against Juventus. The team today looks like this. You've got Unai Simon in goal, Michaelenko, Mancini, Lacroix and Funk is our back four, Freeman, Neuhaus and Traore in midfield, Bedino over on the left, Techahoa on the right and Luca up front. So a lot of changes from the last match, but not a lot of changes from the first leg against Juventus, which is the one you guys just saw. And with a 4-1 lead on Juventus, you'd hope we're going through here Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, we had the previous match against Nice, and we didn't do fantastically in the second leg against them. They came out all guns blazing and actually pegged us back to 4-4 before we decided to wake up and remember we were in a football match. Also, for those of you interested, Erik ten Hag is the manager of Juventus in this universe. I noticed in between episodes when he was talking to the in between matches when he was talking to the press that he is the Juventus manager. Of course, just been today at time of recording, but probably about a week and a half or so ago when you are watching, been announced or been officially revealed as the Manchester United manager for the first time. I think he did his first press conference today talking about the team. It's very, very interesting, and I'll be interested to see how he does do in the Premier League. Of course, if you are interested in any sort of idea of how he might do, we've just conceded. I'm going to continue promoting my video. We have got two separate videos on the channel. The first one of how FM22 saw his first 5 years in charge going, and the second one the same thing but with a £200 million starting budget. Back to the task in hand though, we have just conceded a goal. Not ideal, but we're still comfortable at the moment. It is 4-2 on aggregate. We are losing obviously tonight, but provided we can get ourselves sort of back in this tie and actually awake and stop making it all Juventus, we're still going to be okay. He says with absolutely no confidence at all. There's a header there from a cross into the box, but that does fly over. And we have got our own corner. We scored 2 in the last match. Can we get another one here? Neuhaus into Luca, to the back post for Mancini to try and nod home, but that one is over as well. I say it's all Juventus. It's actually a pretty similar story to the first match, which is we're giving up lots in terms of possession, but other than that we are okay. Techo are trying to play that one in front of Bedino for him to run onto, but it's a little bit overshot, and instead it falls to a Juventus player who have gone on the counter-attack. Holzek with a shot there. Unai Simon denying him at the last second though. And we now have a corner for Juventus in the 35th minute of this tie. It's into the far post. Lacroix has managed to come and deal with that one. And now can we launch a counter-attack of our own? Luca coming up the field, but it is instead put out for a throw-in. And that's going to be the end of that highlight, so I assume nothing was coming of that one. Lacroix also now got a yellow card, so that's both our centre backs on a yellow. We need to be careful of that, and now Funk as well. Basically our entire back line is trying to get a yellow card. The concerning thing with that is we don't have the biggest squad depth in the world. It's the concern here isn't even them getting sent off in this match. The concern is them being suspended for a potential semi-final, which is looking like it might be on the cards, pending this half, and hopefully not an utter collapse from us. Tetrahoa nodding that one down. Funk now through on goal. We've been denied by Ramsdale there, and Juventus have managed to keep the ball in play and now can go on a counter-attack of their own. It's a big long ball forward. Funk is there though to tackle that one before the attack properly gets going. That is fantastic defending there to stop that counter-attack in its track. That, however, not so good defending, and was he brought down in the box by Tetrahoa? I'm really hoping that was outside the box. It is no penalty. It's a Juventus free kick though on the edge of the area, so this could still be very, very dangerous. It's played into the far post, but their header once again just flying over, and we survive that one. Traore's got injured now though. That's not great. We'll bring on Schubert to replace him. Long term, that could be a little bit of concern, because I do think he's definitely our best central midfielder. He's probably one of the better players at the club, at least on consistency, and I think he's top of the assist charts in the Bundesliga as well, playing from that central midfield slot. So he is very, very important. Hopefully that injury is not too bad, although the fact that it's come up and made us substitute him suggests that it might be a bit of a long-term injury. Into the 60th minute now then against Juventus. We are still in control of this tie on aggregate. We are getting more and more yellow cards racking up though. We just tell Freeman now to ease off of his tackles. Hannibal, obviously formerly of Manchester United, linked up with Ten Hag in this universe, taking that free kick, but once again not on target, and we are now up to the 70th minute and looking all right. Bayern Munich are now beating Man United 2-0, and I can't remember if that puts them through an aggregate or not. I think it was 4-2 to Man United in the first leg, if I remember rightly. I know for you guys that was only probably like 5 minutes ago, but I've played a game in between this and I genuinely can't remember. We're going to make that substitution. Diallo on for Freeman. Badino is not having the best game of his life, so I bring on Cavarat. We seem to struggle with that left-hand side. Badino can do really, really well there. And we get games where he just gives assist after assist after assist. But we get other games like today where he doesn't really offer a huge amount. Another corner here, though, for Juventus. It is cleared by our defenders. But Nonto, who I believe... Is that the Nonto that we had at Man City? It could well be. Unai Simon managing to save that one. It's been saved twice. It's been saved a third time. It's then been bundled home. But we are going to go to VAR. There's suggestions there of offside. But it's very much, I think, going to depend on who touched the ball last before it was poked home. Goal has been disallowed, though, by Philip. Well done, Philip. We like this. Yeah, that was messy. He was way, way offside, as it turned out. Although the goalkeeper touched it, so I feel like that is actually Football Manager getting it wrong, but it would get it wrong for either team. So we're going to allow it. We're going to get to full time. We are going to get through to the semi-final. I'm almost leaving without saying a word to the team, just give them the cold shoulder. And Bayern Munich have gone through. No, they haven't. Man United have gone through on penalties. So it was 5-5 there on the aggregate score, but Man United going through on penalties. So now we need to find out what happened in the other tie so we can work out who it is we're facing, because I haven't actually been seeing the scores of the other ties, and we are facing someone from there. So here are the ties. We will be facing either PSG or Chelsea. PSG ahead after the third leg, 3-2 on an aggregate score. And it is actually Chelsea that go through after extra time, winning 6-5 and absolutely battering PSG on the night. So we are going to be facing Chelsea in the Champions League semi-final, which is going to happen the first leg on the 1st of May. So not very, very long away in the grand scheme of things here. Have a look at their schedule. In fact, we can see we've got Stuttgart and Mainz, and then we've got Chelsea, Freiburg, and then Chelsea again. The game's coming pretty thick and fast. We now need to get over to the next episode where we're going to be facing Chelsea in a Champions League semi-final and playing for a place in the final of the Champions League, where we could still potentially face Bayern Munich, which would be a very nice end to the season, I think, especially if we do manage to go on and win it. If you're excited to see that match against Chelsea, though, please drop a like on this video to support it and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We recently passed 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Very, very much appreciated to anyone who has subscribed. I would love to hit 2,000. Now, that is the next target. So if you haven't subscribed already and you do want to follow along with this series, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Join the channel. It is obviously completely free. Be very much appreciated. Until next time, though, guys, thank you very much for watching today. Check out the video on the screen now, and I'll see you over on the next episode for our semi-final legs against Chelsea. Bye bye.